Yes. Okay.
Way up there among the Navajo, I want to go. I've got to go. Way out there among the Navajo, oh, life is so, I don't know. Decked out in buckskin, bead and moccasin, I'll be at home among the Navajo. In that clear and heady air, I'll wait to see the me I'll never see no more, nowhere. Way out there among the Navajo, I wanna go, I got to go. Way out there among the Navajo, oh, life is so. Won't have to play a losing part, I'll make a brand new start. Join my heart, which is already there among the Navajo. I wanna go, I gotta go. Way out there among the Navajo, oh, life is so, oh, life is so. I don't know.
This show was directed by Mark Waldrop. Great way back when, Mark and I wrote a show called The Scottish Musical, which is a very kind of silly, Spamalot-ish take on the Scottish play, which I'm not sure if 54 Below counts, but I'm not going to say the name just in case. I've still got a few numbers left. Anyway, you know, it has the main character, whose name I will not say, and his best friend Banquo, and this song introduces them and the kind of outfits that they like to wear. And here to sing it, lyrics by Mark Waldrop, here to sing it are John Tracy Egan and Burke Moses.
Understated, manly sort of planning. Don't get judging, and hold the innuendo, because I go all Nintendo when I'm mad. Don't you question why I choose to have a hemline. If you try it, you'll be picking up your teeth. I'm as manly as a Gibson on a Brando, and I'm going in commando underneath. And I rip off testosterone.
an unconstricting way it feels. It's my birthright, my historic family tartan, and it makes for easy fasting after meals. I'm the leader of a group of noble Scotsmen. It's a string of bloody victories we boast. Cause we're brawlers, and we're brawny and we're burly. If you're calling me a girly man, you're toast. And I will put my giant foot upon your scrawny neck unless you say a kill is not a dress. And with a kill is not a dress. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
These are these hooks.
That's right.
They complete the whole ensemble. The big healing one, you're gonna get me pissed.
Mr. Blackwell, if you diss the cut or pattern, I will knock your clitter Saturn with my fist. When it's breezy and the Highlandlands are whipping, when our enemies are flipping out with fear. Cause the features that we share with all our cronies are the clanging brass cojones that you hear. And we have taken our mates out and laid our backs on your main space. The show our kill is not a dress. Show our kill is not a
The plot of the Scottish musical actually bears going into it a little bit, because it's not just the story of this nameless Scottish play, but it's also, there's a framing story where the greatest writers of all time host a friar's roast for Shakespeare, and they decide that they are just sick and tired of him being the greatest writer of all time, and a group of vengeful writers led by Emily Dickinson decide that it is time that they are just tired of Shakespeare being the greatest writer of all time, and that Emily herself is the greatest writer of all time. So these parallel stories, you know, converge in the middle of Act 2, but Emily Dickinson bursts into the plot and makes sure that Lady Blank does not kill herself, and it all builds to a moment of great tension and crisis with the whole future of the literary world at stake. And so in a time like that, all you can do is appeal to the highest literary power of all time. And so as a deus ex machina, the highest literary power of all time arrives in the form of J.K. Rowling. And she sings this song which restores order and peace. Please welcome, once again, Kirsten Scott.
Right? Here we go. Grab it. 1 second. All right. There we go. Life is but a breath, our time a single tick, a flicker in the dark, our own brief candle, yet defying death. The writer has a trick, a way of shining on beyond the veil. So weave your words and cast your spell. Illuminate the
sun puts lesser lights to shame, so Shakespeare's mighty flame burns brighter still. Yes, William, we look up to you. Your fire ever bold, your brilliance ever true, inspiring as long as heart and mind endure. The light will shine from your brief
Now, recently, I actually did have a show produced. I was lucky enough to be asked to write a show for young adults with Charles Busch and Mark Waldrop that was called Bunnicula. And it toured with TheaterWorks for a while, and it just finished a very successful off-Broadway run at the Darrell Roth Theater, and it actually won an award, the Off-Broadway Alliance Award. And the reason we're here tonight, actually one of them, is the cast album was just released on Tuesday. So I'm hoping as you exit the theater tonight, you will all purchase the cast album of Bunnicula. Bunnicula is based on the classic series of children's books by James Howe. I would tell you more about it, but the opening number basically speaks for itself. So here to sing the opening number, the entire original cast of Bunnicula.
People gather round, we have a tale to tell you.
And though it's very strange, it's absolutely true.
Into our happy home, we welcomed an intruder.
But who this creature was,
We never really knew. We had no clue. 'Cause something wasn't right. It soon became apparent. The stranger in our midst was not what he appeared. He soon revealed his fangs. We'd taken in a monster, a mutant to be shunned, a freak who should be feared. Completely weird. Prepare for something scary, a supernatural story guaranteed to make you shriek. Beware, he's hungry and he's hairy. He's close enough to fight your navy right beside you as we speak.
This story is true, mysterious, but nonetheless true. It happened in this very town to me and the family with whom I reside. Mrs. Monroe is a lawyer, Mr. Monroe, a college professor. They have 2 kids, Toby and Debbie. They're all very busy people. Also sharing our home is a cat named Chester. My name is Harold. My full-time occupation, dog!
So listen if you dare. Don't say we didn't warn you. A nightmare's on the loose. A bruise on hot star. He's cocktail and cute, but looks can be deceiving. The way that things may seem might not be what they are. It's so bizarre. Bunnicula. Prepare for something ghoulish and exercising fright at my his fears. Instead, to scream or something just as foolish. He's eerier than eerie, yes, he's eerie, 'cause he has long floppy ears. Look out, 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 look out.
And Funicula was directed by Carl Andres and choreographed by Connor Gallagher. Now, Funicula may be about a vampire rabbit, but it's primarily a story of friendship, and it's about the dog Harold, played by Robert, and the cat Chester, and how their friendship is tested by the arrival of a new bunny into their household. This song here establishes their friendship. Robert Anthony Jones and Prescott Seymour singing My Best Friend.
They claim that dogs and cats can get along.
We're the duo that prove they're wrong.
That canine feline issue we transcend. Don't even have to try with my best friend. I know your every thought.
I pick up on yours.
You're super smart.
That doggy heart is big as all outdoors.
I know I've got a sidekick to the end. I always can rely on my best friend.
You're not perfect, goodness knows I've seen the way you chew.
You don't just think outside the box, sometimes you pee there too. You're overfed and lazy as can be. You shed,
You drool
but hey, that's cool with me.
when you drink from the toilet. It's all good.
Cough up a giant hairball, understood.
Your silent dog farts might offend. The fumes make people cry. They're nauseous but not high.
And here's the reason why you're my best friend.
But their friendship is thwarted, and by Chester turns on Funicula when he begins to notice that the vegetables are being drained of all their juice. And so he arranges for Funicula to be taken to the pet hospital, and Harold is determined to rescue Funicula from the pet hospital. But he goes out in search of the pet hospital and gets completely lost, runs into two alley cats who are determined to dress him in the appropriate costume, a disguise, so that he can sneak into the pet hospital unobserved.
Jump the fences, lose your senses, be unleashed. Reinstate your wilder nature. Natural, created, undomesticated. You can be what you need to be. What you need to be is a beast. Deep inside you, a wolf is hiding. Here's his moment to be released. You can go where you wanna go, but you won't be going alone. Time to make like a crazy stray. Follow us, we can show the way. We're your guides to the darker sides of the danger zone. Hold it! This secret mission needs a special disguise. You could be one of those new designer dogs. A Bichon Chow Chow Labradoodle Econese. We'll get you mixed up real good, kid. And away we'll go. This design will redefine your pedigree. Keep your cool and you can move on. Play a fashion lover safely undercover. In this outfit you'll be more scary. Presenting the most glamorous Bichon Chow Chow Labradoodle-Leakinese in the world, the Countess de Baloney!
Hello, darling.
You're styled into something wilder than who your owners have known. There's no clue now that could betray that a rescue is underway. Daring deeds mean the road that leads to the danger zone. Now off to the Pet Hospital. We know every shortcut in town. Let's go! There's the Pet Hospital! Straight ahead! Take a bite out of the beer and fight like a dog would fight for a bone. Wildness calls and you'll obey. Whipping out now is not okay. Ain't it great how we navigate in the
We navigated the danger
Sarah Corey, Robert Jones, Ashley Campana. You didn't think you could see something from a Charles Busch show without drag in it, did you? And speaking of our playwright of Bunnicula, Charles Busch, here he is. Please welcome Mr. Charles Busch himself.
Well, thank you so much. I'm just crazy about Sam Davis. I just adore him. It really was just terrific to be a part of a new Walter Davis show. But I tell you, it started off kind of bleak and grim because I just didn't have a clue how to. This now it's all about me, of course. I didn't have a clue how to write a children's musical and about a vampire bunny, a vampire lesbian maybe, but not a vampire bunny. And so we worked on it for a while, and then we did a workshop, of course, and ended with a performance before a focus group of 30 10-year-olds. And I tell you, they were a very tough crowd. I mean, these 10-year-olds were, after about a half hour of their critique, they turned into sort of midget MTC subscribers. And it was, afterwards, the producer came up to me. She's a very lovely lady, Barbara Pasternak, with just panic in her eyes. And she said, it's so dull. What have you done? Can't you give it that gay, campy Jew thing you do? I just don't know how to do it for 8-year-olds. Finally, with the help of Carl Andrus and Waldrop and Davis, we pulled it off, and it's a show that we were all very, very proud of. And now I'd like to sing you a song from the show that I just love so much, and it's sung in the show by Harold the dog. And I hope I can do it half as well as you do. And he sings it to his friend, of course, we know, Chester the cat. Okay, here we go. Since you were a kitten, you can't get enough of aliens and werewolves, all that creepy stuff. And I love all the tales you make up. But come on, pal, it's time to wake up. Hello, Earth to Chester, try to understand. Your imagination's gotten out of hand. He's a rabbit with one odd habit. Can't you relax if he acts a little strange? What if he's strange? Strange creatures change into new friends if you let them look past the teeth. And I bet underneath you two aren't really all that different. Fear, what's there to fear? Fears disappear. Learning more lets you forget them. Try being nice, and a friend's what you'll get in exchange. 'Cause it is not so strange. Being peculiar, is that such a major offense? Couldn't it be your reactions a tad too intense? Show that you're wise, open your eyes. Time to revise your thinking. Fun, weird can be fun. Underneath, none of us is really so normal. It could be true that the monster you fear and you aren't really all that different. Fear, what's there to fear? Fears disappear. Learning more lets you forget them. Characters gone in a while, but remarkable legs. And that is not so
It's not really that slow in the show. Dr. didn't try to write a ballad for a kids show. Anyway, we're speaking of ballads. We have one more for you. When I was working on Curtains a number of years ago, I was the associate conductor on that show on Broadway. I had the great pleasure of working with the one and only David Hyde Pierce, and Sean Hartley and I wrote this song. It's not from a show, so it's the first on this program now since the opening number. It's not from a show, and it's a true personal story. And David was lovely enough to sing it on my album, Love on a Summer Afternoon, which is also on sale. And he is kind enough to do so tonight. So please welcome David Hyde.
My love before I knew the meaning. Just 18, both very in between, deciding who to tell and when to hide, at a time when shame was turning into pride. Choose your way or you lose your way. Find tomorrow from yesterday. The single bed we shared was warm and wide, and the walls were blue, and love was true, and everything was new in Boston. When college ended, I went off to search for something more. I was bound for glory. He went to Concord where the redbird sings. We were still in love, just needing different things. Choose your way and you lose your way. Find each other again someday. We separated all our books and clothing, shared a cry till our eyes ran dry, and then we said goodbye to Boston. I found another life and so did he, and love became a memory, exchanging Christmas cards each year or two. We tried to stay in touch, as people do. I got a call to say the news was bad. There were pills for pain, a fire in his brain. His lover told me he was full of fight, but the final round was probably in sight. I went to see him when the snow was falling soft and wet. I never will forget. He stood to greet me while I parked the car, with a green silk hat on, covering the scar. Spring and summer and autumn fly. Winter comes and we don't know why. We can't hold on no matter how we try, so we choose each day as we lose each day. And we try to find our way to Boston.
I want to thank Mark Waldrop for directing this evening. I want to thank David Carpenter for producing this evening. I want to introduce and each give a round of applause for the band, fantastic band. Drums, Damien Baskin. On bass, Ray Kilday. Eric B. Davis. I want to thank everyone at 54 Below, KJ Hardy. I want to thank Chris and Amanda on Sound and Lights, Phil Jeffrey Bond, Dylan Bustamante, everyone involved with 54 Below and putting on the show possible. I really want to give a warm round of applause for the lyricists on tonight's program. Sean Hartley, and the lyrics that way out there behind the Navajo are by Arnold Weinstein, who died in 2005. But anyway, thank you to all the lyricists, and just another round of applause for the cast. We're going to end with a number from back to the beginning to the Three Little Pigs musical. That show is called Love and Real Estate. And once again, it is about, and it starred Edward Hibbert originally, and it is about the age-old battle in New York City, a battle that is timeless to us all. The choice between a great love affair or a great apartment. And here the lead character, Charlotte, played by Andrea Burns, sings of what she chose.
Poor old Charlotte, never married, never even had a fling.
Poor old Charlotte, no
space when someone else is free. And if my Chardonnay gets lonely, hey, more room for me. And if my camisole won't share a floor with someone's BVD, I'll put a sachet in the drawer and say, more room for me.
It is unfair. She won't share her closet space with you and me. And how she's always got a toilet free. More room to pee. Imagine using double sinks and choose whichever you prefer. And look a steam bath in the shower stall. More room for her.
More room to schmooze, more room for shoes, more room for dancing a rumba, more room to stretch, more room to fetch. What is the sweetest number? So if I don't have some big plug to use my love and lose my key, I'm really fine with that. I'll buy a cat. More room for me. And if it turns out I'm the final twig upon my family tree, at least I know until I know I have more room for entertaining, more room for patient painting,
To be or not to be.
to be or not to be.
And she lived happily ever after. Bitch.
Okay, so as you can see, we've run out of fantastic singers, so you're stuck with me. I wrote this song 13 years ago, lyrics by Randy Buck. The village on a Sunday morning, baking neath the clear June sky. No one's out of bed for hours. Let us go then, you and